Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Lee to get violent with Poppy. Meanwhile, Deacon has trouble understanding Sheila Carter's empathy. Lee to reply to the Verity about Luna's. Finn went ahead and told his mama what happened with Poppy all those times agone. Lee kept it together in front of Finn, which must have taken a lot of strength and restraint. Still, don't anticipate Lee to be his case when Poppy arrives. Suckers can also anticipate Sheila and Deacon to go through a tough situation. When Poppy came to Il Giardino, she went to a familiar and friendly-faced Sheila. Everyone differently, including Cleric, blasted Poppy for Luna's sins. Also, Cleric and Sheila learned that Luna is missing from the captivity system. While Sheila shows Poppy empathy, Cleric wonders what his woman is allowing. Cleric might act civil enough since he owns the eatery and doesn't want to produce a scene. Cleric held it together while Poppy and Sheila were talking. After Poppy leaves to go see Lee, Deacon will question Sheila. In Deacon's eyes, it presumably looks like that empathy is lost. This could be the morning of problems for Cleric and Sheila. Suckers might recall that Cleric intimately threw out his woman's toefuls when she wasn't looking. Now, they've a moral division. So, it'll be intriguing if Sheila still has that empathy when the Verity about Luna's father comes out. Finn will have a tough decision to make. Everyone turned to look at Finn when Luna prayed not to shoot her back to captivity. So, Finn will be caught in the middle. Whatever decision Finn makes, he's bound to lose anyway. There's also Carter's decision not to shoot Daphne back to Paris. Hope was easily furious about it. So, just how fiercely will Hope hang on to Carter and Forrester creations? How dirty will Hope get, and what will be the outgrowth? Lee has lately made up with her family Poppy. Still, Lee is about to learn that she buried that hatchet too snappily and will be furious. Lee will try to single-handedly stranger her family for her once deeds. Will Poppy survive? It seems that Lee is about to learn that she has been a grandmother for over 20 times and knew nothing about it. Obviously, someone in Steffy's family may get to Lee with this information more snappily than Finn can get to her. Whatever the case, Lee isn't happy at all. Lee allowed her family to stay in her house because she had nowhere to stay at the time. Lee demanded help around that house and trusted Poppy to do as she asked. Still, rather of helping out with the housework, etc. Poppy helped herself to Lee's son, Finn, an impressionable youthful man in council trying to get his degree. Lee knew that commodity was going on with Poppy at her house. Still, Lee inaptly assumed that Poppy had an affair with her hubby and got pregnant while she was living there. Lee had endured issues with her hubby for times because she couldn't trust him. Poppy is the reason why Lee disassociated Jack when she set up out about Sheila. Lee feels shamefaced for not guarding her son. After all, Lee put Poppy in that house where she could betray Finn and have a child with him. Of course, Lee is frenetic because Poppy didn't tell the Verity to Finn. Lee is more worried that her family would take advantage of her son. Poppy was old enough to know more. Lee wants nothing further than to make her family pay for taking advantage of her son. Lee will tell Poppy exactly what she thinks about her after what she has done. Also, Lee puts her hands around Poppy's neck and begins to strangle her. Who will be the one to save Poppy before Lee chokes her to death for what she has done? Chances are that Finn will end up coming to Poppy's deliverance, although he may wonder why. Finn cannot allow his mama to kill Poppy because she has to think about her career. Lee doesn't want to end up in captivity for murder. Can Finn move Lee to back off before it's too late? Will Poppy leave city now that all of this has come out? Luna is thrilled to have met her father after all this time. She's awaited her whole life for that moment. But that gift comes with numerous implicit consequences. Steffy couldn't restrain herself. She felt compelled to storm to Bill's, where Luna lives under a ridiculous house arrest order. Luna felt the trouble from the woman who was no longer her kinsman's woman, but rather her mammy. Steffy made it relatively clear that she'd not allow Luna to have a relationship with Finn. But Finn refused to withhold anything from Steffy because he loves her, and they both value trust. Luna boxed Steffy in the apartment set for obliteration. Observers wondered how Luna managed to produce that pen in that specific position. Who would have helped her figure that inside a condemned structure? And, if no bone helped her, how did she do it? With still that happed, Steffy's despisement was permanently earned. Yet, observers could feel the rage structure within Luna's heart, which Steffy feels doesn't live. To say that the people girding Finn are strong-conscious would be the understatement of the time. Sheila Carter shares little in common with Lee, except for their explosive personalities. In numerous scenes showing Sheila's errors live, Lee will match one of them when she begins to choke her family, Poppy. That's day at the height of a compelling watch. Finn has his woman, who'll not allow her world to collapse around her again. Away from Steffy, Finn has realized Luna. Yamada's character appears to be regretful. But she's just come off a double murder period and sometimes reverts to the demented half of her persona, or is it her whole persona masked by a protuberance of purposeful agreeableness? Lee's physical assault on Poppy has been erecting. Observers were staying for Lee to learn about her connection to Finn, knowing it would lead to an emotional explosion. As suckers recall, Lee felt shamed for having misgauged her family. She believed Poppy and Jack had an affair which led to Luna's birth. When that proposition was disproven by the forced maternity test, Lee apologized profusely and believed she'd achieved endless peace with Poppy. The swirling drama will include Lee and Steffy being aligned against Poppy and Sheila. Steffy is aiming for Luna and will join with Lee in trying to help Sheila from swooping back in. Finn and Luna will be in the middle, which probably means their bond will consolidate more snappily. Sheila ambuscaded Finn at the sanitarium while Carter's decision rankled Hope. In the design office at Forrester Creations, Hope pushed Carter to tell Daphne she should go back to Paris. Still, Carter argued that it was just one kiss and felt like Hope could relate to Daphne's mistake. Since the incense line just dropped, Carter stressed the significance of Daphne being in Los Angeles right now. Hope was floored over Carter's station and stomped off, so he wasn't far before. Once Daphne was alone, she tossed her passport back in her bag and murmured to herself in French about all the drama. At the sanitarium, Sheila showed up at Finn's office and claimed she wanted to stop by since she was in the structure. Finn was irked and claimed Sheila shouldn't be there, but she tasted that he was stressed about commodity and wanted to help. Sheila stressed the unbreakable bond between a parent and child before talking about how much she missed Finn and Hayes. At the Spencer manse, Luna participated how sorry she was for what she did to her pater's woman. But Steffy advised that she shouldn't get too comfortable calling Finn her pater. After Luna mentioned that Hayes was her family now, Steffy advised her not to ever say his name again. Despite Luna's demurs, Steffy was adamant that Finn would no way have a relationship with her. When Bill appeared, Steffy ripped into him for getting Luna out of captivity and demanded answers. Bill argued that Luna was still serving her time under his roof and defended her sweats to change. Of course, Steffy didn't suppose Luna had changed at all and assumed Luna had manipulated Bill into allowing they had this bond. After all the horrible effects Luna had done, Steffy was floored over Bill coming to her deliverance. After Steffy declared that she'd do everything in her power to put Luna back behind bars, Bill questioned if she'd really destroy Luna and Finn's chance at a relationship. Although Luna tried to act like Steffy was her family now, Steffy cried that Luna was nothing to her, and she advised that Finn didn't watch about Luna moreover. Steffy suggested Finn only looked at Luna with pity, but Luna could feel his love. Anyhow, of whatever strings Bill pulled or backhanders he made, Steffy was making it her charge to get Luna locked back over. Blood or not, Steffy also advised that Luna wasn't Finn's son and no way would be. This whole Luna situation could push Steffy and Finn's marriage to its breaking point, so stay tuned for updates on any disquieting news ahead. Steffy's plan to put Luna back in a captivity cell may not go as well as she's hoping.